come back, we said 35 is option C, protein is present. 36, in demonstrating the importance of mineral nutrients in the plant, the culture bottle must be darkened to prevent algae growth in the culture solution. Option A, prevent algae growth in the culture solution. Continue from 37. The vitamin which is important in the formation of retinal pigment is vitamin A. 37 is option A, so we don't need to go too much. We talked about that. Next, I want us to write vitamin A is also called retinol. Next, vitamin B1 is called thiamine. Thiamine is thiamine. You will need this even in your 100 level, for especially 200 subsequent level for medical students. Vitamin B2 is called riboflavin. Riboflavin is riboflavin. Vitamin B3 is called niacin. Niacin is niacin, or nicotinic acid. Vitamin B5 is called pantothenic acid. Pantothenic, pantothenic. Vitamin B6 is called pyridosine. Pyridosine is pyridosine, pyridoxine. Vitamin B12 is called cyanocobalamin because it contains cobalt. Vitamin C is called ascorbic acid, while vitamin D is called calciferol because it contains or is related to calcium, calciferol. Vitamin E is called tocopherol, tocopherol. I think I'm right there. Yeah, tocopherol. Vitamin K is called phylloquinine, phylloquinone. Now, to the functions of these vitamins, right? Functions of the vitamin. Vitamin A helps in night vision. Vitamin B serves as a coenzyme. Vitamin B2 serves as helps in cellular respiratory chain, helps in cellular respiratory chain. Same thing as vitamin B3 and B5. Next, vitamin B6 helps in the synthesis of protein amino acid. That's B6. B12 helps in the formation of red blood cell. Vitamin C helps in is required for healthy connective tissues. D is required for bones and teeth. E is required for fertility, but not in humans, in animals. While K is necessary for blood clotting factors. 38. So we've touched this. 37. The vitamin important in the formation of the retinal pigment is retinol. Option A. That's vitamin A for eye. 38. In the standard experiment to show oxygen is given off during photosynthesis, sodium bicarbonate is used to. Sodium bicarbonate, right? Sodium bicarbonate decomposes to produce carbon dioxide, sodium carbonate and water. Carbon dioxide, sodium carbonate and water. To absorb carbon dioxide, caustic soda or potash is used. To absorb carbon dioxide, caustic soda or potash is used. We'll come back to our question. In the standard experiment to show that oxygen is given off during photosynthesis, sodium bicarbonate is used as, in this case, is used to supply carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Do not forget that oxygen is gotten from water. I made mention of that previously. So 38 is what? Option C. Next, 39. The most important substance necessary for the maintenance of life are carbon, oxygen, and 39 is option D, nitrogen, salt, and water. 40. If a healthy potted plant is continuously kept in dim light, what will happen? What will happen is actually the rate of respiration may equal that of photosynthesis. Option A. 41. The seedlings in a rice field were found to have a tiny lanky growth. If it's tiny, it's for sulfur. Don't forget, with reddish leaf and poor root development. This is because the soil lack 41. The question is ambiguous. If the thing is lanky, it is sulfur, but if it is reddish or purplish, it becomes some other thing, probably calcium. So it's supposed to be sulfur and calcium. So in this case, you just pick sulfur, but the answer is not. The question is ambiguous. Like, it could be many things. So I'd go with sulfur. 42. The mode of, because of lanky, when something has a thin stem, that's sulfur abi na they call am. The mode of nutrition in which digestion is extracellular is called saprophytic digestion, saprophytic nutrition, option D. 43. The first step in the process of photosynthesis is let's write. Photosynthesis has two steps. The first step is called the light stage or reaction stage. The first step is called the light stage or reaction stage. Here are the activities. Roman figure I. Activation of chlorophyll. Roman figure II. Photolysis of water. Open bracket. Splitting of water. Oxygen is released in this process. Close bracket. Roman figure III. Uptake of hydrogen by coenzymes. Capital letter NADP. Roman figure IV. Number 4. Formation of ATP. To the second stage, right? Second stage is called the dark reaction stage. Roman figure I. Reduction of carbon dioxide by hydrogen. Supplied by NADP. You see, so you are a lot of questions on photosynthesis. They will ask you, the reduction of carbon dioxide takes place in what stage? Is the second stage or the dark stage? You go see the same question. Now let's move on. You go see the first step. The first step, the first step has 4 stages, and it's called the light reaction. The light reaction phase. 43 is option A. Activation of chlorophyll happens there. Photolysis of water, uptake of hydrogen, and also formation of ATP. So 43 is option A. 44. Food substance. Which of the following food substance will produce a brick red color when warmed with Benedict? Benedict, the help us test for waiting. Don't forget, Benedict, the help us test for sugar. So it's likely to go with 44 abi option A, glucose. Next, reducing sugar. Don't forget. Etiolation is caused by the influence of lack of chlorophyll or lack of light. Etiolation. Option D, lack of light. 46. Which of the following is formed immediately after the first product of photosynthesis? Immediately, don't forget we say there's a direct and indirect product of photosynthesis. 46 is option B, starch. So immediately after photosynthesis, starch is first gotten. 47. The element common in protein, nitrogen, and lipid is number 47 is option A. Hydrogen is common in both of them. 48. 5 cm cube of dilute sodium hydroxide solution and 1% copper sulfate. Sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate is telling you about a test added to a solution of food specimen. The purple color which is observed shows the presence of 48 is option D, protein, and that test is millions reagents. No forget to Biuret. There's millions is mercuric and mercurous acid. Biuret is sodium hydroxide and copper 2 sulfate. 49. Intravenous chlorosis is normally associated with the deficiency in 49 is option A, magnesium. 50. Osmic acid boiled with a solution of food substance gives a black precipitate. Osmic acid is used to test for fat and oil. Option A. 50 is option A, fat and oil. 51. Carnivorous plants are usually found in areas that are deficient in nitrogen. They don't have enough nitrogen. Option A, which are deficient in nitrates because they need protein, so they will eat insects. Green plants are distinguished from other living organisms because of their ability to manufacture their own food through the process of photosynthesis. 52 is option D. 53. The failure of transport and respiratory system in plants, as well as the presence of reddish color in stem and leaves, result in the deficiency of 53 is definitely phosphorus, because it has to do with transport in plants. Phosphorus, we touched that previously. 54. In a drought situation, plants suffer from water stress, which could result in Reduced activities, reduced biochemical activities, option A. 55, we are given, I think this should be, the question above represent a part of the light stage of photosynthesis. Which of the following must be present for the reaction to occur? This is like the photolysis of water. 55, 55 is light energy and chlorophyll must be present. 55 is option C, light energy and chlorophyll must be present. 56, in an experiment to investigate the effect of nitrogen on the growth of plant, the substrate should be a medium of nitrogen, abi cow dung, because cow dung we produce has element of nitrogen in it. So 56 is option C. It's rich in the it's a rich nutrient. You could use it for fertilizer, so nitrogen is there. Which vitamin plays an important role in blood clotting? Vitamin K, no doubt about it. 58, trace elements are required by plant mainly for the formation of pigment and enzymes. 58 is option A. Trace elements are micro elements, they don't really need them big time. Food substances are treated with few drops of Sudan 3 tells you about fat and oil solution, and a red coloration was obtained. The food test is probably a fat. 59 is C, don't forget. 60, an element essential for coagulation of blood is calcium, option B. 61, the manufacture of carbohydrate by plant takes place only in 61 is option C, chlorophyllous part of the plant, option C. 62, in a water culture experiment, the plant shows poor growth and yellowing of leaf. They may be due to deficiency of, if they say poor growth and yellowing of leaf, there are a lot of factors that can be, but let's see 62, magnesium. In millions reagent we dey use and test for wetin? Protein. Millions and bio-red protein. Felins and benedict for sugar. So let's go. When the reagent is added to protein food item, a white precipitate is produced. I give this note already. Which turns red on heating? Option D. 63 is option D. The dark reaction of photosynthesis involve reduction of carbon dioxide. Remember, I said this already previously just now, that they used to ask about the dark reaction. So, reduction of carbon dioxide by NADP. 64. Let's see. Fixation of carbon dioxide on chlorophyll using hydrogen. Option D. 64 is option D. 65. The mode of nutrition in Nitrobacter, Ascaris, and Homo sapiens respectively are Nitrobacter, Ascaris, and Homo sapiens respectively. 65. Let's see. Chemosynthesis. Nitrobacter, its nutrition mode is chemosynthetic. Ascaris lumbricots is a parasite, so parasitic. While Homo sapiens, like humans, we eat holozoically. 66. The richest source of vitamin A are palm oil and carrots. 66 is option B. Palm oil and carrot, that's the richest source of it. Palm oil and carrots. Which is option B. I would like us to take some points down. Right. Nitrobacter and Nitrosomonas, their mode of nutrition is by chemosynthesis. Next, animals, their mode of nutrition is holozoic. Next, right? Herbivores, they feed on plant only. Herbivores is Herbivores. Next, carnivores, they feed on flesh and animals only. Next, omnivores, they feed on plant and flesh only. So carnivores feed on flesh only. Omnivores, Omnivores, they feed on plant and flesh. Next, scavengers, they feed on dead animals. Next, saprophytes, they feed on dead and decaying matter. Example, bacteria and fungi. And also write, mutualism, formerly known as symbiosis, involves a feeding relationship whereby two organisms derive mutual benefit from each other. mutual benefit from each other. Right, autotrophism equals photosynthesis and chemosynthesis, while heterotrophisms equals autotrophic or holophytic nutrition and heterotrophic or holozoic nutrition. So 66, that's it. So I just gave little bit of note on chapter number 65. 66, the richest source of vitamin A, which is option B. Yellowing of leaf is a symptom associated with deficiency of a lot of things. So you need to be careful. Go back to your note. Magnesium, nitrogen, and iron, option D. Next is 68. The substance labeled II, this place, originate from 68. Originate from this one, option A, III. That's 68. 68 is demonstrating photosynthesis in water plants. So plant where they grow for water. 69. The gas occupying the space labeled I is the gas that is occupying it. 69 is definitely the byproduct, which is oxygen, option D. 70. The production of violent coloration when dilute sodium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. Don't forget the food test too. Is added to a solution of food substance followed by a drop of 1% of copper sulfate solution. Why making indicate the presence of 70 is definitely biored test for protein. Biored test for protein. 71. The greatest amount of energy will be obtained by oxidation of 100 kilogram of butter. 71 is B. 72. The mode of feeding in amoeba and hydra are, you cannot say it is phytic. Phytic here means if you see phy, phy in a plant. 72 is option A, heterotrophic or autotrophic. 73. A seedling growing in the dark is likely to be exfoliated when something is growing in the dark. Exfoliated, which is 72, right? Is it 72? No, 73. It's exfoliated and lanky, option A. 74. When specimen X is mixed with a few drops of iodine, they give you test for starch. No, let's not think it. 74 is option B. See how fast you can become once you've gotten these things down. 70. So use the diagram below to answer the question 75 and 76. Which of the following statement is correct about the experiment? This experiment, caustic soda is actually